Hey, what's going on, guys? Brendo here, and today I'm going to be starting my first episode of my first series. Decided to do Borderlands 2 because personally it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I felt like playing it, and I thought I might record it. So let's get started.
So, you want to hear
Um,
another story, huh?
I'm going to be skipping most of the dialogue or talking through it. Anyways, if you remember from a while back, I used to make videos as well, but let's be honest, they're kind of shite. So I stopped, and now I decided to sorry, um, I decided I have new software now, so the video quality won't be crap. I thought I might as well try it again.
Great.
So let's get started.
Hunter. Handsome Jack's been busy.
Sorry guys, I'm pretty bad at intros, but hopefully I can keep you entertained throughout the duration of this game. So my channel, I'm not going to restrict myself to any one. You get turned down the volume. Just a moment. So I'm not going to restrict myself to any like one game, I don't think. I'm basically gonna play what I want when I want, but I'm sure some people will enjoy the variety. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into this. Personally, I love playing Zero. I think Zero is quite possibly one of the greatest characters in all of gaming. He is an absolute joy to play. We don't want that garbage. Get out of here. He is an absolute joy to play, in my opinion, and that is basically the entirety of the reason that I picked him for this playthrough. So unfortunately, the beginning of the game is pretty damn slow. If you haven't played this game yet, I definitely recommend picking it up. The first couple episodes will probably not be a very good showcase of why you should pick up this game, so it starts extremely slowly, and that is probably one of my biggest complaints about it. However, once you finally get into the game, once you get past the initial hurdle and it opens up, it, I think, is one of the best games of all time. A lot of people complain that Ultimate Vault Hunter mode and overpower levels, that they're too hard, but personally, I think it's a great challenge, and oh my gosh, I think the gameplay of the game and the RPG elements really do a lot to make up for like the difficulty, and the difficulty, if you play properly, it isn't hard. If you play properly and don't run in like Call of Duty retard, you know, you can go without dying, even on the overpower levels. So Zero basically has two main playstyles, melee and sniper. I think for this playthrough I'm going to play sniper, as I've played a shit ton of Melee Zero, but I don't often play Sniper Zero, so it'll be a nice change of pace for me.
Apart from the excruciating pain, this is great.
But that's not to say that that build is set in stone.
I will be your one
They created respecking in this game for a reason, so who knows? I'll decide as I go along. Anyways, once we're finally finished with this terrible beginning, that takes forever.
Great! Just let me get this door open and we'll hunt ourselves a bully mob.
Now, unfortunately, as you can see, I don't have all of the Headhunter packs. The only one that I own is a Halloween one. However, I will be purchasing the rest of the Headhunter packs, and before the series is over. Hell, probably before I'm even finished normal Vault Hunter mode, I will have them purchased, and you will see that content. This isn't a game I have played a lot of on PC. I have the Handsome Collection, and I played most of my time on this game on console. However, I just bought a new PC recently, and this is why I decided to try making videos again. And with that PC, I decided to get Borderlands for PC because, well, let's be honest here, PC is a superior platform. So I only had enough money after buying the Game of the Year edition to purchase one Headhunter, so that is why. I suppose the beginning wouldn't be so bad if you hadn't played this game before. Like, there's certain parts that are pretty funny, to be honest, but I've played the beginning of this game way too much. I've heard all the jokes, so there's that. By the way, I know some people don't like using badass ranks. I will. This is my bar, just in case you're wondering. The reason I've decided to use badass ranks is because I don't know. Because I feel like it, to be honest. There really is no greater reason than that. I personally find badass ranks to be a very fun mechanic in the game. The fact that playing on a character rewards you even with other characters. I think it's an interesting mechanic. I do know that some people consider it to be cheap or whatnot, but personally I enjoy it.
You see the problem here? You're still alive. So if you could just do me a favor and off yourself, that'd be great. Thanks, Pumpkin.
And open!
So we're about to fight Knuckle Dragger here, our first boss. He really isn't that difficult, but then again, not much on normal Vault Hunter mode is. We'll try and dispatch him fairly quickly. Try and get the Hornet. Fingers crossed. Oh, that was a bad shot. Yes, I know, game. Just a moment. Gameplay. We don't want tutorials. Training messages. There we are. I don't know why I had those switched to on, but my god, my aim is atrocious today. So I don't see a hornet. A little bit disappointing, but
Find someone to put it back into me.
far from the worst thing that can happen.
Optic surgery is best left to professionals. My pal Hammerlock in Liarsburg can fix me up.
He didn't drop any gun, which is slightly surprising. Normally he drops Jacob's revolver, or the Hornet, depending on if he's generous or not. Must admit, that's a little surprising, but not like I'd be using it very much anyways. In fact, just to prove a point, we're gonna get rid of all of this shit.
Liarsburg's on the other side of this Hyperion. What say we cut through it, chum? Ha! This door's Hyperion. Child's play. And open.
I just realized I dropped my SMG in the beginning. Huh. I do not recall doing that, not gonna lie, but...
Well, it's nice knowing you. I hear getting eaten alive by bullybobs isn't such a
So, for the most part, I'm going to be doing this playthrough legit. There might be some things I will use Gib for, such as Pimpernel. But in those cases, not only will I explicitly tell you, but... Oh no, that's where the SMG went. But not only will I explicitly tell you that I will be using Gib for this part, but it won't be flat out cheating. Like, for example, Sniper Zero, he enjoys 4 Pimpernels, but I'm not going to friggin' reset my playthrough on Ultimate Vault Hunter mode every single goddamn time I want a Pimpernel, you know? So I'll probably do the quest to get 1 Pimpernel, and then Gib to get the other ones. Just because I think the only other way to do it is putting your save into a read-only state. I like this shotgun. Which is not only cheating as well, technically, but it's just a much longer process for something that really, I think, is a stupid part of the game. Like, the Pimpernel is such an essential item for Zero, to have to only be forced to get one of them per playthrough, I think is slightly ridiculous. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel that way about most mission reward items. Like Sandhawk, limiting it to 1 per playthrough, I think is a little bit ridiculous. I think those missions should be replayable. I don't think they should just hand out the guns left, right, and center, but... You know, some characters need multiple Pimpernels, multiple Sandhawks, and to have to reset it every time you need to get another one, I don't think is a very good game design choice, personally. So here we just need to kill some bandits. If you hop the fence over there, they start spawning before Claptrap shows up, meaning when Claptrap shows up, they spawn a second wave, essentially giving you more people to kill than normal, which gives you more XP, so that's a pretty neat exploit. Or, I suppose it's not an exploit, but personally I do that every playthrough. Not only due to the XP, but I find fighting these enemies is a hell of a lot more entertaining than sitting there and listening to Claptrap. So... So now we have to wait for Claptrap to go through his speech, get Hammerlock. The beginning of this game is extremely slow. Personally, I only find I find it gets fun once you're at least like level 16. That's when it starts to get decent. And then when you hit your first capstone, in my eyes, is when the game really becomes the treat it is to play. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that don't have that kind of patience. So there are a lot of people out there that give this game, you know, they just turn their backs to it, thinking it's nothing special, when really if they just toughed it out, I think they'd like it.
At your service.
I have numerous friends that think that way, and it makes me slightly sad, and I hope for Borderlands 3 Gearbox will hopefully step up their game a little bit, at least in that area. I think it's slightly ridiculous that you can't skip things like this. Or like when it introduces a boss character, like, I feel like that should be skippable. Maybe not even on the first playthrough, like I could understand that, or first character, but I've seen all of them, you know, dozens of times. At that point, all it really serves is to slow the game down. First couple times, yeah, it introduces the boss, it provides some humor, but at this point, all it really does is prevents me from playing the game. So we need to wait for Hammerlock. Oh, pardon me. We need to wait for Hammerlock now to turn on the power. Fortunately, this takes forever. Again, I think something like this should be skippable, but nothing really I can do about it, so no point in complaining, I suppose. So, for side quests, I will be doing certain ones if they offer a quest reward that I very much enjoy and would like to get, or there are certain quests that I just do for XP reasons or entertainment reasons.
The Resistance must have disconnected it before they left for Sanctuary. I plan to post some jobs for them. Oh well, just speak to me instead.
For example, I always do the Bullymong quest, Bad Fur Day, and then the Shield quest, and also the one where you have to fight Midgemong, Symbiosis, simply because not only does it give you a fair amount of XP, but I find those quests to be fairly enjoyable. I would be lying if I said I didn't enjoy those quests in the beginning of the game.
To celebrate your victory, but still, well done.
One more area to clear. Shouldn't be too difficult. God damn it. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm terrible today. My parkour skills are not on point. Neither are my headshots. My lord. There we go. There we go. I had a good string of headshots near the end there. I'm fairly pleased with my performance there. So they did drop a fire pistol over here. Where was it? Here. I might as well pick it up. Probably not going to use it, but I see no point in just leaving it on the ground. I know I've left plenty of guns on the ground so far, but... oh, god damn it. But... in this instance, I think it would be worth picking up.
You need to take the elevator up there.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Awful string of shots for a bit there, but we're fine now. Oh no, we're not. They do drop a quest to find some audio logs, but I find that quest too tedious and for too little reward, so I highly doubt that we'll do it. I'm still not completely sure how far I'm going to be taking this playthrough. However, I'm undecided, but if I do take it to Overpower 8, on Ultimate Vault Hunter mode Overpower 8, I will most likely complete all of the side quests. If that is a point we reach. Just because at that point I feel there actually is a point to completing side quests for like completion's sake, to 100% the game, or to get overpower level 8 quest rewards. However, when you're just getting level 4 guns or 16 guns throughout the duration of the game, I only think that certain quests are worth it.
Just get a new fuse for the elevator and ignore what he said about that power box.
For example, that one quest when Sanctuary takes off, where you have to find Marcus's safe and kill Blue, that giant chrysalisk. I usually do that quest as I find the Heartbreaker is a very useful weapon. And I also often play Splinter Group in my playthroughs just because I find the Ninja Turtle Easter egg to be a fairly humorous one. However, when Scooter's telling me to take pictures to like help him out with his poem, like, no thank you. Oh, you asshole. Now, obviously we are going to be handing this quest into Hammerlock because I would very much appreciate a better sniper rifle. That way when I inevitably miss shots because I'm just terrible, at least I'll still be able to kill people, hopefully. Not gonna lie, that's slightly dangerous doing that, being over there. Ouch.
As I fear he would do something irredeemably stupid with it, like make a mohawk out of it or something, let me sweeten the deal. If you bring me the fur, I shall give you one of my finest sniper rifles.
God, fuck. That's what I was afraid of. I think there is one more Bullymong, possibly. Oh my gosh. Yes, there was. But that's actually kind of scary. Alright, we have another brat, so we'll kill the adult. And then we can melee the brat. Now I realize I was saying that normal mode is easy earlier, but... And well, I haven't had the best example to show you how yet because of few difficulties I had right there. Truly the only reason that was any challenge at all is the fact that I had to melee them. If any means of killing were permitted, then I could have very much dealt with that. But anyways, we're going to buy... We're going to buy a shield now. Probably just gonna buy the cheapest one because I have a okay shield for this level. For this level, it's actually an alright shield, to be honest. Yeah, okay, let's see. 167. That's the best I'm gonna get, I think, so.
Well done. Now, if you could return to Berg, we could see about getting you off this frigid glacier.
I should probably be picking up more guns than I am to sell, as money is one thing I will not use Gibbed for. However, I'm pretty lazy, and that takes too much effort for the too little reward I will be getting. This episode, I'm probably going to go until killing Flynt, hopefully. I don't know, that might be a little long, but if not, I can always break it into parts. We'll see how it goes from here.
You've helped a foolish hope. Would you like to do battle with a midget riding piggyback on a bullymong? The answer is yes. Please proceed to the southern shelf and defeat Midgemong for me. If the answer is no, you're sad.
Speak with you further.
Iridium is going to be something throughout the playthrough we're going to need a fair amount of, as sniper ammo is very limited, as is grenade ammo, and those are both things I would like to increase, along with the ammo for any other type of guns that we start using throughout the playthrough. Now we're going to need to kill a badass midget riding on a boss called Midgemong. Not too hard of a fight, however, this is where we get our action skill. Which is... oh, I don't have that skin yet. Wow. Which is pretty exciting, if I'm being honest, as I find when you don't have your action skill and you're not getting skill points, I think the game really drags on, and I think that's part of what contributes to the slow start. The fact that you're not earning skill points, like, I get it, it's a balance thing, but it's really detrimental to my enjoyment of the game, personally. Thankfully, Hammerlock's sniper they gave us is a green rarity. Jacob's snipers, how they work is white and blue are bolt action, which I think is much worse than the green-purple variants, which are semi-automatic. I think the semi-automatic fire rate really improves the killing potential of the sniper rifle. Just because not only can you make follow-up shots quicker, but you can also kill more enemies in rapid succession. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure how a legendary Jacobs fires. I'm going to be completely honest, I haven't used the Skullmasher very much, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the only legendary Jacobs sniper. I've played around with the Skullmasher very, very briefly on console, and I wasn't a huge fan of it, if I'm being entirely honest. Oh, he smacked a barrel, which blew me up. That was very, very fun. Personally, I think barrels... I don't necessarily think they're a terrible aspect of the game, they can be used fun. I think they're a fairly decent mechanic, one that has its place in the game, and I think it has the potential to be used very effectively if you play the game tactically. However, there are times where it kind of screws you over, and it can get slightly frustrating during those times. But by and large, I'm not a hater of barrels by any means, any stretch of the imagination. Oh my gosh. Oh dear, getting some lag here, not sure what that was about. Slightly irritating. Even without anything that augments deception in any way, I find it an extremely useful ability, as it lets you position, line up the easiest headshots of your life, and the damage boost from it is actually pretty considerable. That was awful. Apparently I can't aim even with a shotgun. Alright. So the sniper rifle seems to be doing okay. It'll definitely suit our needs for the time being. I don't consider myself to be a part expert by any means. However, I don't think the doll barrel is ideal. However, again, I'm not a part expert, so I could be completely wrong, and maybe the doll barrel is, by leaps and bounds, the best barrel to have. But either way, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference, as this is only level 5 on normal Vault Hunter mode, so I don't think parts are something we need to be worrying about too much yet. Except for maybe the scope.
What an unlikely symbiotic relationship. Two deadly creatures cooperating to survive this harsh environment.
So as you can see, the damage boost from Deception is quite considerable. I'm not entirely sure how many of the pellets hit Midgemong. However, regardless, it did take away a good half of his health. He is armored in some areas and has bullet reflection, so I might have also gotten lucky and hit areas that the bullet reflection didn't help him. However, even with all of those factors, the damage bonus can't be denied. Well, this is completely my fault. There's no other way to put it. That's quite embarrassing and, to be honest, unexcusable. There was no reason for me to go down there, and he leapt away, so really there was nothing I could do to get a second win, but I definitely think I deserve that, considering how I went down and the circumstances surrounding it. We're going to try and headshot the midget. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world, as he keeps waddling back and forth. There we go. Much easier when you don't run in like a full retard. Hopefully, I will keep those sorts of idiotic and unexcusable deaths to a minimum this playthrough. as they are embarrassing, and I'm sure people don't want to sit there and watch me die over and over. Oh my god. There's some areas where I think you should just be able to jump over a little easier. As I'm trying to move around the map, there are a lot of things that I clip on where I maybe think the game should assist you in not clipping it. Just because when I'm trying to move quickly, I'm not paying the most attention. And when you're constantly hitting everything, it does get slightly annoying. Gonna kill these enemies here to get my level 6. It's actually earlier than you usually get 6, so that's something to look forward to. Now, my skill build that I'm going to be going, standard 0 skill build, sniper 0 skill build, I'm going to be working down sniping skill tree. Then I'm going to move down cunning to get my kunai, and then I will be going for execute just as a mobility skill. There's in no way nothing special about the build I will be going. It is fairly standard for a Sniper 0, I think at least. However, just to let you guys know what skills I will be getting and in what order. And hopefully throughout the playthrough you might see why I do certain things and get certain skills. And some of their usefulness will be displayed to you. Now this is unfortunate. This water does hurt me. And I don't know if I can... No. Again, embarrassing and unexcusable deaths. Yeah, there's no real excuse for that. It's pretty pathetic, to be honest. I should be playing better, but nothing I can do now. Now, I do not by any means consider myself a Borderlands 2 expert. However, I have played my fair share of this game, and I feel like there is a fair amount of knowledge I have on certain weapons and skills. So as we go, I will also be trying to share little tidbits of information on weapons and skills that some newer players or just casual players may not know about. It might help them not only get into the game more, but also might improve their experience. People who do play this game a fair amount will most likely know all of the things I will be showcasing. However, are some people that might not know, and well, for those folks, I'll do the best I can to try and help them out and share a little bit of my knowledge. As I said, however, I am in no way a Borderlands 2 expert, and there are a fair amount of things I don't know as well, so if you notice me doing something that's maybe not ideal or not the most efficient way to do something, feel free to let me know in the comments, you know. I won't take offense to it. Learn something new every day, and if there's something that I can be doing better, why the hell wouldn't I try and improve it, and fix that, and do it better? So there's that. I do know how YouTube comments are, and there's a good chance that it'll just turn into people just throwing insults or you're shit for doing or not doing this, yada yada yada. Try and keep that to a minimum, but yeah, it is the internet. Not saying everyone is like that, and I'm sure there are a fair amount of people that will try and have an intelligent discussion, but you can't deny that there is a dark side of YouTube. I think I will be breaking this session into multiple episodes. To get past Captain Flynt will be actually a fair amount of time. Right about here, I think I might break it up, and then after that I'll have second episode in this session where I kill Captain Flynt and get to 3 horns, and then I'm going to go to bed because at the moment of recording this it is 1 a.m. So, of course it is the weekend, but I am tired and I need my beauty sleep.
Exemplary!
So there we are. Now we need to listen to Claptrap and wait for him.
He promises not to torture me for hours at a time, and he does it anyway. But that ends today. We're gonna take him out, steal my ship, and sail to Sanctuary. Let's go this way.
Here's what's gonna happen, Vault Hunter. My first mate, Boom Boom, is gonna kill ya. Jack's gonna pay us, and I'm gonna play hopscotch in your chest cavity.
Be careful taking
I think these parts are way too long. I really don't give two shits about the dialogue right now, and I think if they had just maybe gotten rid of some of it or allowed you to skip it, it would improve game enjoyment a considerable amount.
Probably not. Bandits will get you first. My day? Been pretty good. Just bought a pony made of diamonds.
I do not even understand the point of those telescopes, not gonna lie. All my time playing, I still don't even know if there is a reason that they were put in.
Minion, what have you done? These are human beings with lives and families and totally kidding.
I personally think NVIDIA physics, or PhysX, or however you pronounce it, is extremely cool with this game. I think it was one of the most exciting parts about finally upgrading to PC. Being able to do things like you just saw me doing. It's something so small, but when you see those kinds of effects, it really does. It's the little things. I do agree graphics over gameplay, or gameplay over graphics in most scenarios, but sometimes little animations like that, well, they're not necessary, and I certainly enjoyed the game without them. With them, I find it just that much more interesting. Like, look at that. That's pretty cool. One of my biggest problems with sniping is that I hesitate too often in between shots. And while I don't think I'm an awful sniper in this game, I can definitely pass levels and kill enemies. I am by no means a good one. And I think that if I stopped hesitating before my shots, I might do slightly better and hit a little more headshots.
The diamond horse I've been telling you about, it's not a sculpture or anything.
God damn it.
It's a living horse that actually happens to be made of. Well, actually, I'll go get it. Horse stallion. Here you go. Horse stallion.
I can sell those later.
Let stallions, that's allowed.
This way! Boom was the first lieutenant on Flynt's ship. Real
Like, no scopes like that. You can basically call me FaZe, let's be real here. So here we fight our first real boss, and I say that because Knuckle Dragger was your first boss, but he was pathetically easy. Midgemong is really like a mini boss. This is your first boss where, depending on your tactics and gear, you might have a little bit of difficulty with. There we go. That first shot was terrible, but I think I made up for it. We're gonna get the deception shot bonus, unless I mess it up like that. He's not a threat, so I'll reload. Oh my gosh. The amount of flinch you get when you are hit does make certain things like that a little difficult, but could be worse. So he did drop some grenade mods, but I think mine is better. It is the Skyrocket. It is only a part of a Game of the Year edition of Borderlands 2 / Handsome Collection. It's basically a joke grenade. It is fireworks, however it is surprisingly effective, and it scales with your level, the damage. I don't know how the damage scales, but to be honest, I never played with it enough. But it does scale with your level. Gonna shoot the gate just to shut him up. Whoops. There we are. There we go. I must admit I am extremely excited to get fast hands. This weapon swap speed is extremely aggravating.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
There's actually a lot of skills I really wish I had right now, such as the one that increases your hip fire with snipers. My goodness. Those shots were just awful. But nevertheless, we press on. Trying to pick up some weapons, as again, I will need to sell for money. Part of the issue too is, as I mentioned, I only recently got my PC. So, while I'm not awful at aiming on a PC, it definitely isn't my strong suit, and I am better with a controller. However, I'm hoping to correct that, because PC is a better platform by leaps and bounds in my opinion. And as I continue to play, my aim can only improve. As starting out on a console is difficult as well, so. There you are. Running a little short on ammo, but it's not at a worrying level yet. We're fighting a finding a lot of money though. So that's good. Money is something we will need to buy ammo and such. And we keep pressing on.
Anyone seen my claptrap unit? Little bastard escaped a few months back. I've had to use Egan as my backup torture doll. Just ain't the same. At the sound of Egan screaming for his life, it will be too
Now I have used unlegitimate means to get the characters I normally play on, my OP8 characters, to the point that they're at. However, they mostly resemble the characters I do have on Xbox, and so, personally in my mind, I don't think it is a terrible deed. I just really did not feel like spending the hundreds of hours to get all my progress back. And so, I did cheat, just slightly. I'm gonna let them put me down while he was still alive, so I did have, like, bait to get a second wind. Shield, so I don't like the delay. Speaking of selling, if I'm gonna sell things, I should probably follow up on my word. There we are.
a proposition for you two. You and Clappy be our personal
We're slowly getting closer to Flynt.
and we won't kill you. Think it over. Take your time.
I'm coming for you.
Right now, these enemies are giving us a very minimal amount of XP.
We can talk this through, right? Here, I'll do it for you.
Unworthy opponents.
Second, Flint. My new minion's a bona fide
I do wish I was getting a little bit more, but I suppose that's what I get for doing side quests and such and killing those extra enemies. I don't even think that's worth the ammunition, to be honest, actually. These enemies are a little higher level. Hopefully they keep dropping me a steady supply of sniper ammunition like they have been doing. I would very much appreciate that. There is a chest over this way somewhere. Let's see if I can remember where. It is somewhere. Not there. It is. Of course, I got garbage, but we do have a nice supply of sniper ammunition at the moment, so that's a good thing. Pretty pleased with that. I wish Claptrap would shut up sometimes, but oh well.
over here.
I am already level 7, which is a
I can't climb.
fairly pleasing development.
Way up. Oh,
Of course, the leveling is pretty damn quick in the beginning, however it does slow down later in the game. That is why I want that skill that increases sniper hipfire accuracy. Only this area left, and then we are on Captain Flynt. Captain Flynt I do anticipate to be slightly difficult. Just because he does have bullet reflection, his critical hit spot is slightly difficult to hit, and we don't really have amazing loot for the fight, so... It could go well or it could go poorly, depending on how I play it and how lucky I get, I think.
Take your time, old pal. Standing on a mobile platform.
Just ahead is the Flynt fight. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and he'll drop the Thunderball Fists. I highly doubt it, but we can hope. Sell all that garbage. Alright, Captain Flynt.
Come on out, Flynt. Your claptrap unit has returned.
See, like, a cutscene like this, I very much wish I could skip. Whoops. I knocked an empty bowl of chips across my bedroom floor. Because coordination. Alright. I think those boss intros should be skippable. Yes, they're funny, and yes, it introduces the boss, but seeing it over and over really just slows down the pace of the game. Getting a little bit of performance issues right here. Don't really understand why, but nothing I can really do about it. Changing, he isn't taking any damage. Now he can take damage again, but it is a very minute amount, as he does have bullet reflection. Going to try and score a cheeky critical hit. Nope. Here we go. He does have his fire off right now, so hopefully we can get a critical hit. There we go. Pretty pleased with that. We're probably going to hide until we have deception again. Score one more critical hit, and the fight should be just about finished at that point. Oh, his hammer. His hammer messed me up slightly there, but it's fine as he is dead right about now. 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 Apparently he can't be killed in burning form. Not gonna lie, did not know that, but he is dead now, so it's irrelevant, I suppose.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
We're going to hop in Claptrap's boat, and I'm going to end the either first or second episode. I'll still need to take a look, but I anticipate it to be second. Slightly unprofessional, but for a first video, hopefully you'll cut me a little bit of slack. We will be level 8, so that will be pretty nifty. As I said, the game gets enjoyable, I find, at level 16. And then your first capstone at 32, I think it is when the game becomes a true joy to play. First capstone usually happens near the end of normal Vault Hunter mode, but I will try and sort of rush through it, so hopefully it won't take too long. Oh, that quest gave far less XP than I was anticipating, so we won't be level 8. But either way, we are at the spot where I said I will stop, so thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.